Today's video is going to be the typical hits and misses and maybes, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I don't really have any maybes, but I do have a couple I could have lived without them. So it's going to be hits, I could have lived without it, and misses. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Melissa and I absolutely love everything that has to do with handbags and beauty and fashion and style, expressing yourself creatively through your style. That's kind of my vibe. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, I hope that you will hit the little subscribe button down below if you do enjoy today's video. Now I do want to start out the video with saying I am in pain, you guys, and I am so sorry. I am having some shoulder pain. This is not going to be what the video is all about, but I do want to let you guys know, because if I am moving awkwardly, or this side of my body is really active whereas this side of my body is not, or if you see me wince because I do forget and I lift up this arm high, it's when I lift it up high is when anything higher than that is when it starts to hurt, and you guys see me wince, that is why. But even though I'm in shoulder pain, this is nothing new to me. I have lots of shoulder issues due to my old job and some just kind of scar tissue that's built up over the years. However, today's video is something I'm really excited about, so I did want to share it with you guys anyway. I do want to go in order of how I purchased things in 2024. So the first purchase, and I am speaking only for 2024, not the last 12 months. The first purchase of 2024 was this little bag right here. This is the Mulberry Mini Alexa. It was something I had been eyeing for quite some time, but they didn't have a color that really felt like it was me until they came out with this powder pink, and I absolutely fell in love with it. One of the downfalls I will say about this bag is because it is a more matte leather, I do feel like it shows dirt more frequently. Did you guys, yeah, you saw that. More frequently than something that does have a little bit more shine to it. However, I will say the more I use this and the more I touch it, it does seem to feel like it has less of that matte texture. It's just soaking up natural oils for my hands and whatever else. And I do feel like this was a really great purchase. So this one is definitely a hit for 2024, and I would actually love to buy this bag again in the color chalk later on down the road. The next purchase for 2024 was my Fendi Peekaboo. When I purchased this, I was really torn about it. I actually waited several days. I did buy this pre-loved from Fashion File. I saved about $2,900 by buying it pre-loved, and it was in brand new condition. I saw this bag on Fashion File and I saw it a couple weeks ahead before I actually purchased it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I had no intentions of purchasing it, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I mentioned it to my husband. It was a little bit sooner than I wanted to purchase a bag because I was trying to limit my purchases for 2024. That went out the window, as you guys are going to see in today's video. But I talked to my husband about it. I thought about it for a few days and then I decided to purchase it, knowing that this color doesn't work well in my wardrobe. I love the color enough to make it work for me. So I will say that this one is I could have lived without it. However, I do really love this bag and I don't have any intentions of selling it. I think if I would have went for a different color, which I was torn between 3 different colors. There was a light blue one I was torn between, a baby pink one, and this one, but this was the one that my heart kind of stuck on. It's the one I kept on thinking about. So this is the one that I went with. I think it looks beautiful with deep blues or cobalt blues. However, because it doesn't work with my cool tone wardrobe, it is one of those things where I don't get to use it very often, but every time I do use it, I really enjoy it. My next purchase was actually this little beauty right here. This is the Dior saddle bag. It was on my wish list for several years before I actually purchased it. And when I did purchase it, I was so excited about it, but I had only used it 2 times. I bought it in April. I had only used it 2 times until this week. One of you guys had told me that you used your Dior saddle bag for everyday use, and you had been using it for the last week, and that really inspired me to see how this bag is using it for everyday use. So I used it for 4 days straight, and I have to say I was really happy with it as an everyday bag. So this was originally going to be a I could have lived without it item. Not a miss, because I do really love it and I think it's great for the weekend. But now that I have discovered using it for everyday use, and I put my ideas, or the little box that I had put this in, I put it in a box of just a weekend bag. Once I took it out of that box, that mental box that I put it in, and used it for everyday use, I found that I really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it more for everyday use than I did just wearing it on the weekend. And so this one is actually has been converted from a could have lived without it to now a hit. The next two bags are actually bags that my husband bought me, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about those ones now. My husband bought me this bag right here as a wedding anniversary gift, so that was in March, so that was actually before the Dior saddle bag. This is a bag that's I could have lived without it. I don't use backpacks very often, and I should have been smart about that, but I loved the look of this bag so much that I really wanted it, and I still really enjoy the look of this bag. I'm just not a backpack girl, so because of that, it's not going to be used very much, but it's definitely not a miss. There are times when I want to use a backpack or a very casual bag, and this is the bag that I'll reach for. There's also times where I want to use a bucket style bag, and this is the bag that I will reach for. So I think it's a really good bag. It's a good bag to have in my collection, but it is one of those bags that I definitely could have lived without it. Now this one I think is really going to surprise you guys. I got a bag from my husband for Mother's Day. Now we don't always celebrate with handbags, you guys. It just depends on the year. It depends on where we are at financially. And my husband decided this year he was going to spoil me with a luxury bag for Mother's Day, and it was really special. The day was really special. I had originally picked out the Speedy 20 and the Damier Licious, and I thought it was absolutely stunning. I had it for a couple weeks, and then I had mentioned to you guys on my first impressions video, I'll link it down below, that the zipper was extremely hard to use. So much so that I was afraid to zip it up because it was kind of tugging and pulling, so I was just leaving it open. And you guys told me, Melissa, absolutely not. Do not spend $2,000 on a bag that you can't even use properly. And you guys were so right. Before you said that, I had no intention, it never even crossed my mind to return the bag. I brought the bag back, and I asked my sales associate, Steve, if he had another one, and he did not, and they were all sold out. So I did end up going for this bag, and I have to say I'm actually really happy with this bag. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's so fun. I like it more than the Speedy 20, so that was definitely a win. But this is one of those bags, I hate to say it, but it's one of those bags that I could have lived without. Do I enjoy it? Absolutely. Do I think it's really pretty? Yes, I do. But I use this bag in the same way that I use my Damier Avin Speedy 25. And this one is really great for the summer months because of the color palette. However, I will say usually when I go for a Speedy 25, it's because I need something to be extremely carefree. And with this POCHETTE handles, it's definitely not extremely carefree. And with the strap being too long for me, it does make it slightly uncomfortable. So although I love this bag, although I think it's beautiful and I'm glad to have it in my collection, I could have lived without it. The next purchase that I purchased for myself in 2024 is my Paris 15. This was a pre-order, so although I did get it recently, I did purchase this before any of my other bags that I am going to talk about shortly. The unboxings came in a different order than that because I did have to wait for this for so long. The Paris 15 is a bag style that I really enjoy, you guys. I have no regrets with the style. However, I do feel like I could have lived without the pink because I do already have my Mulberry Mini Alexa in pink. I will say out of the two, the Mulberry Mini Alexa or this one, I prefer my Mini Alexa just because it's something different as far as style goes. I don't have anything else like it, but this one is slightly more casual and easier to use in my personal opinion. So I definitely don't regret it. It's not a miss whatsoever, but it is something that I could have lived without it. The next bag that I purchased, I'm pretty sure was this bag right here. This is my CALA Jade bag. One of you guys had told me about the Scandinavian brand that is from CALA Jade, that's the company name, and you wanted me to check it out. And I was all for it because I love Scandinavian design. It's my favorite, especially interior Scandinavian design, but also in fashion and style. I really thoroughly enjoy it. However, I did go for the size large. This is the bag Misuse, what is called MISU. And I have to say, it's too large. It's uncomfortable. The strap is definitely uncomfortable. And although I think this bag is a beautiful bag, and I don't regret buying the bag because I do get to experience the quality, I wish I would have gone with the medium size. It would have been a lot more user-friendly. So I will say this is my first miss. This is the first bag that I bought in 2024 that is a miss, unfortunately. Had I bought the medium size, I think it would have been a hit, but the size just really doesn't work for me unless I'm using it for the gym or like overnight type stuff, and I don't do that very often, so this is my first miss. The next bag that I purchased was my Lee Tanner Emily bag, and unfortunately this is a miss again. You guys, Lee Tanner was a brand that I was talking about with my friend May, or Mrs. Leva, for a very long time before I finally bit the bullet. And once I finally did, I have to say I was pretty disappointed in the waxy texture of the bag. Now, I think that's my fault. I think it's the bag that I went for, but because of that, it definitely has put a damper on the brand for me. I'm not sure I will purchase anything else from the brand, even though I really do love their styles. They just came out with another new style that I really enjoy, but because of the waxy texture of this, it really makes me feel like it's lesser quality than even Coach, and because of that, I'm pretty disappointed in it. The design itself is beautiful. The bag itself is beautiful. I'm just disappointed in that waxy texture, so this is definitely another one that's a miss for me. You guys, I realized that I forgot one of my SLGs that I purchased in February, the beginning of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and save my SLGs for last. I do store them all in my Bottega Veneta pouch bag. If you guys haven't seen my review on this bag, it's a 3-minute Thursday, so it's a very short video, but it gives you all the details on this bag. I will have it linked down below in case you guys are interested. The next bag that I purchased from Dress Up Your Purse, and the first bag that I actually received from Dress Up Your Purse, so I received this one before the pink one, but I did purchase this one after the pink one, and that was because I was getting so impatient with my pink one that I decided to go ahead and order the black one. Well, lesson learned, you guys, because once I ordered the black one, I got this one, I believe, on a Friday, and I got the pink one the next Saturday, so I literally got them back to back. But what I will say is this is my favorite Dress Up Your Purse purchase. I love it. I think the quality is just amazing. I did add this gold chain that I had on a different one of my bags, and I added it to this bag, but it's just so good. It has the gray interior. It's a microfiber interior. It's got the gold hardware. They also have the black with silver hardware as well. I thought the gold looked a little bit nicer, and the silver was sold out when I purchased this bag, so I did go for the gold, and I have to say this is a huge hit. This purchase alone is what made me go down the rabbit hole of purchasing so many items from Dress Up Your Purse. After receiving that black Dress Up Your Purse, I did do another pre-order that I don't have yet, but I am so extremely excited for. And then this little beauty right here became available, and I had to snag this one up as well. This is the navy blue Dress Up Your Purse Paris 15. I will say I haven't used this. It's brand new. I literally just filmed the unboxing for it, but I don't like the aged gold hardware as well. I wish they would have done silver hardware on this bag. And I also wish that they would have done, instead of this beautiful burgundy interior, a light blue interior instead. That would just make the bag perfect for me. It would make it my personal style. However, I feel like most of you guys would enjoy the aged gold hardware instead, and you probably really enjoy the burgundy interior. This one I'm not going to give a rating for yet because, like I said, I just unboxed it 20 minutes ago, so I don't know. As far as the quality of the bag, as far as the look of the bag, I think it's a really great purchase. But did I need this navy blue one and a black one when they are so close in color? No, probably not. But in the winter months with my gray sweaters, I think that this will be a go-to for me. So I have to keep you guys updated on whether or not I use this bag enough for it to be a hit, or whether it's going to be I could have lived without it. It's definitely not a miss. Okay, let's dive into my SLGs. There's quite a lot here, so I'm going to try to go through them quickly. The first one that I purchased in 2024 is this one right here. I will never sell this. I will never get rid of it. I actually purchased this. My brother passed away, and he was really, really close to me, and he passed away in February. And it's so ironic because my dad actually passed away on my brother's birthday, and my brother passed away right before my dad's birthday. So it's I don't know, I feel like there may be some ties to that. They were also very close. They worked together, so I hope that they are doing well in heaven together. So this is very sentimental to me. I'm not a sentimental person at all. I've said that several times, but this particular brother of mine, person in my life, was really, really special, and it just hit differently, you guys. And I'm no stranger to death. I grew up in a rough neighborhood. I've had several friends pass away of drug overdoses. I've had 2 of my brothers actually pass away. I've had my dad pass away. I've had grandparents pass away. I'm no stranger to it, but this one hit me so extremely hard. So I will never get rid of this, but the wallet itself, is the wallet a hit or a miss? It's definitely a hit. I am pleasantly surprised by this wallet. It fits everything I could possibly need inside of here. I like the fact that I can actually fit cards and things inside of here. I don't have to use it for coin, and I appreciate that because then I can put my gift cards in here and my regular everyday cards here. It fits bills inside of there. It's got extra little compartments back here. I think I have money in here. I have money. I didn't even know. You guys see? It's a good wallet to have. I really, really love it. I love the colorway I chose. I love everything about this wallet beside the sentimental piece. So I'm not speaking from a sentimental aspect. I'm just speaking about the quality of this wallet, and I have to say it's a really, really good one. It's a huge hit for me. Next up is a wallet that my husband got me. He got me this at the same time he got me my Coach backpack, and I have to say I really, really enjoy this wallet. It does hold several cards inside of here. It does have a billfold here. It does have a little coin compartment here as well. I find the zipper very easy to use. This wallet is very easy to use. It's a little bit on the bulky side. I'm gonna say this one is, I could have lived without it because I already had this one. However, if I didn't have this one, I would say that this one is a hit. So take that with a grain of salt. It is in the I could have lived without it because I already have something else. But if I didn't have something else, this would be a huge, huge hit. The next item that I purchased, I've never actually shared with you guys. I purchased this from a reseller, and I bought it, I think, for like 150 bucks or maybe 200 bucks. I can't remember. I think it was $150. And I actually bought it because of the color and because of my Dior saddlebag here. I can't grab it, you guys. Hold on, let me do my other. Okay, my Dior saddlebag here. I wanted a wallet that I can slip into this back pocket very, very comfortably without causing any issues. And so that is why I purchased it. I will say, since I've purchased it, I've only used it a few times. It's one of those things that I could have lived without. It's not a miss. There's nothing wrong with it. I find that I use it or I like it better than my Louis Vuitton one because it does have 2 slip pockets instead of just the one, and then it has the middle slip pocket as well. But it's one of those things that I didn't necessarily need. It was an impulse purchase. I was looking for a pink card holder, and I saw this one become available. I saw it was lesser than retail, and I decided to jump on it. Okay, the next items, I'm just going to talk about all 3 of these together because they are all the same wallet. Clearly, these are a hit. I love them so much. They're about $50. You can use my discount code and get them for even less. And I just find that they are perfect for me, especially with my nails. I have a hard time getting cards out of wallets with card slots, and these ones do not have a card slot. I ordered this one first and I fell in love with it. It has the blue interior. It is more of a warm tone, but with my SLGs, I really don't care about that. This one is just a happy color to me. It's a beautiful coral. I think it's really, really pretty. This one is my favorite. It's the one that I'm currently using. It goes really well with all of my items, or all of my bags rather, because it does have that cooler undertone. This is my favorite shade of pink. I've been on the hunt for a perfect pink color bag in this color when I bought my Mulberry Mini Alexa. Now my Mulberry Mini Alexa is more neutral pink. It is a cool tone, but it's less lilac pink. This is the color I was searching for, but I am happy with my Mulberry Mini Alexa nonetheless. And like I said, I just really, 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 really enjoy this wallet. And then the one that I just recently got is the navy blue one. It has red on the inside, and I got this because it matches with my bag here, and it also matches with my most recent purchase, which I will be sharing with you guys after I do my SLGs. And even though I already said it, I'm going to say it again because these are too good for me not to say. These are a huge hit for me. If you like a very simple dump your things inside of a wallet and go type of wallet that's still slim and compact, I highly recommend these. The last SLG that I have to mention is this little guy here. I just got it. I don't know if it's a hit or I could have lived without it yet. I think it's going to be more towards the hit. I do have this little pouch here, so I definitely didn't need another pouch. However, you can see there's clearly a big size difference between the two. And this one fits so much better in my smaller bags than this one, and it still holds all of my everyday essentials. If you want to see everything I keep inside of this bag, then check out my most recent Dress Up Your Purse unboxing. I will have it linked down below for you guys because I go in detail on what I carry inside of this little pouch. It's just very slim, very streamlined, and like I said, it fits really well inside of my bags. I've been using this one this week. I've only had it for a week, so I can't really speak on which one I will like more out of the two. However, this week that I have been using this, I just find it easier than using this one. And last but definitely not least is my Margo bag. This is my Margo 10. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it really resonates with my style today and not my style a couple of years ago. I like the depth of the color. I like the fact that it is sort of brown, but it's also sort of plum. It's one of those chameleon colors, which I find really works well in my wardrobe. In the winter months, I wear a lot of gray, like this type of gray here. I wear a lot of black, and I wear a lot of like deep, cool tones. And I feel like this is going to be the perfect pop of color against my deep cool tones, because it does have some color to it. It's not a straight brown, but it's not red, and I can't pull off red, you guys. Red just doesn't work for me, so I really enjoy the color of this bag. I also really enjoy the size of it and the size of the handles because they are so comfortable. I've only used this bag once for maybe 2 hours, so I can't speak on whether it's a hit or a miss yet. Well, it's definitely not a miss. I will say that it's not a miss. It may be I could have lived without it, or it may be a hit. I'm leaning towards a hit. I need to use it quite a bit more, and I don't want to speak too soon, but my gut feeling is telling me that it's definitely going to be a hit. I think I'm going to use this bag so much in the winter months. That is going to wrap up today's video. Let me know down in the comments below if you were surprised by any of my hits, misses, or I could have lived without them. And let me know down in the comments below, what is your #1 hit you purchased this year? What is your I could have lived without it? And what is your disappointing miss of the year?